gotta do it with me, brother.
What do you
Talking about getting old.
So you have a note.
quiet place? Freaking claim. A lot of people are
You don't look like no nut, pal.
Let me tell you something. If you put it online, it belongs to me.
Are we in an informational age or manipulational age? Let's find out. Be right back.
Time. You can't press rewind. Time.
What's up, y'all? Piece of the puzzle here. Hope this piece gives you peace. Share, love, laugh. This is me getting to content of messaging architect. This is the foundational video of everything that I do. So allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is E. How y'all feeling out there? Please subscribe, share, hit the bell, and follow me on more social media platforms is in the description. Also got things that you can read if you'd like to inquire about that in the description as well. Okay? So, the message architect, it's about breaking down what we consume, building it up for clarity. I think confusion is a big part of a society today, and we are all divided in so many ways. But along with the message architect, I'm here to bring meaning, how to build up even from broken places, or we could be a place of peace and how that could be broken up based upon what you consume. What do I mean by what you consume? By what a message is given to you by what you encounter. Whether it be on the street, with a person, at your job, billboards, and majorly a part of is how what you consume with movies on Netflix, Disney Plus, Instagram, social media, TikTok, YouTube, and it's how you listen. So let me also let you know listening doesn't require just your ears. You listen with your eyes. How many times you was looking at something, you heard no sound, but you was listening to their behavior. You was listening with your eyes. You listened with your smell. This person doesn't smell quite well, but yet we're in a situation where they should smell quite well. So what we understand is you might not take care of yourself. How you look, you listen in every act. When you touch, how something feels. We listen with everything. We are a listening being. Thus, everything is consuming based. Everything is a message. If it's intentionally trying to tell you something, or unintentionally trying to tell you something. Everything has a message. And what you surround yourself with is how you consume, and you will begin to form something inside of you. You receive a message, and how you deal with that message will be based upon how you will move on with other similar messages. So let's break down the message architect and what it's about, and its tools for you to use in every day. We live in a time where people are more informed than ever, but yet more confused than ever. You would think the more information we have, the more smarter we'll be. But yet it seems like the more information we get, the more confused we get, and the more proud we might get thinking we understand when we lack understanding. It seems like everybody has an opinionated. Anybody can have an audience. Even someone that believes in beating their woman has an audience of 7 billion people on this planet. There's a good, cool few million people that will listen to and support someone because there's enough people on this planet that make anybody feel like they're right. When you look at something, you see how many likes it has. It confirms a message that this is good. Rather than reevaluating your emotions, if something make you feel bad, you associated that this is not good. And that could be off. So the question is not what you're consuming, but you are always consuming, whether you know it or not. So the question is, what is shaping inside of you? Your brain is constantly learning. So what are you training your brain on how to think? What principles culturally influences? There's so many things that shape your thinking and what is forming that. Thus, you are a creative person. You are out here doing things. You are a walking message yourself. The way you look, the way you talk, the way you feel, the way you express. You're sharing a message with people, and when you share a message, when you share yourself, you're also helping to create. So the question also remains, what are you creating? And all these gaps is what the channel is here for. I'm here to serve you in a way where we could look at content, look at videos, look at situation, news, ads, whatever case may be, words, what definition means to you, what this meaning of this word mean to you, what it means to another person. I'm here to fill the gap so we can come to clarity. Clarity is what we need. Honor is what we're missing. So I want you to have clarity. It's not about us agreeing on everything. It's about clarity. A lot of disagreements come from because we don't look at something the same way. Now, individuality is okay, but there's some things we must agree on to even build something together. So, architecture is studying how something's being built. You think you just watched a video and you laughed at it. Nah, it sent the message to you. And did you receive it? Whether you believe it or not, we're going to show you how something is framed. We're going to show you how you receive something and how training happens over time. Do you not know a child is being raised whether the parent is trying to raise a child or not? The child is going to be raised, whether it's by the TV, whether it's by the parent, whether it's neglection of the parent and they're raised in the street. If a person needs to be raised by a person, then you tell me. If there's no one there, then that baby should still act like a baby at the age of 14, but it doesn't. It acts like a 14-year-old with many different perspectives and whatever they believe. Because something said this is true. Something said that's a lie. Every baby you see is an empty canvas. Something starts to paint the picture. Something begins to create. How can two people go into the same room, hear the same instructions, and yet go leave and do something differently? And the person that gave the instructions is looking for specifically something specific. And yet one comes back with the answer and the other one comes back with, and a person says, did you even hear what I said? Every message carries structure. Every structure creates perception, and every perception creates an influencer. Whether you know it or not, you're designed to consume what you surround yourself with, what you engage with, and this is designing you to go out into the world and do whatever that you're doing, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. Now, let's all go back to the original architect. I am a messaging architect. You are also a Have you not said, hey, you didn't read the room right? Hey, did you hear what I'm understanding? Hey, did I understand you correctly? Hey, I want to know, can you send that and let me know what you mean by this? Did you not stop and pause because someone used a word that you didn't know and you went to go look up the definition? Did you not inquire what you just encountered with someone and say, hey, did I get that right? Do we all not go to a therapy so we can understand how we feel? We are all messaging architects. It's just that you didn't know. But you know why you are like that? Because you come from the messaging architect, God himself. So, before we go into that, just understand, this is to restore proper clarity. This is clarity restoration, if you want to call it that. Even God, before he made you, he created everything. Then he made you. Don't you have an idea to do something and then go get the tools you need to use it? Or if you don't have the tool, you might make something to finish the work. Meaning what? You don't create something and then say, what am I going to do with this? No, you don't. Doesn't even sound right. You don't create something and then say, what am I going to do with this? You begin to work and then you start saying, what do I need? And then you might make something for that need. You were made with a purpose. When God made everything, he did it with a message. Let there be light. Let there be this. Let there be that. He spoke what he wanted. He gave a message and everything submitted to be what he spoke it. Speech or a message is began first. Actions follow. Meaning, when something is spoken, when a message is given, then actions, a behavior, a ripple effect to make it happen begins. When you first send a message, then actions follow. And no one goes to act out something and then come and get instructions. That's backwards, isn't it? You don't act like that, do you? You get instructions first, then you go fulfill the action. You don't go fulfill the actions and come back, hey, what's the instructions? That's backwards. So you are the same way. God's the same way. He set it up, everything to be this way. Everything that exists is because someone put it in action. Someone sent out for it to do something. Everything's intentional. There's nothing that is out here that you see that doesn't have intentions. There's a reason why that construction signs that there were in constructions on the street are orange. There's a reason why green means health. There's a reason why blue means that. There's a reason why you have emotions and what does that feel. There's a reason why that she put on red lipsticks. There's a reason why he acts like that. There's everything. There's a reason why you keep seeing these posts. There's a reason why the content you consume. There's a reason why you only are attracted to certain people. There's a reason why when you go to a bar, McDonald's has the same structure no matter where you go. How did Chick-fil-A become better? Because it sent a message and people heard the message and the action followed. Meaning, you do what you do because of what you consume. So, meaning precedes form. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 3 says, the worlds were framed by the word of God. Meaning, framing is organized, ordered. There was order. There is a framing of your life. There is a framing of what you consume, and it gives order. Order don't just deal with organization, it's also structure. May I take your order? Hey, did you follow orders? There's procedures, principles, right? This isn't about religion and emotion. It's about principle. Words shape worlds. Let me say it again. Words shape worlds. Meaning communicates definitions. So let's go into the one person of God that John chapter 1 verse 1 says, in the beginning was the Word. Pause. The Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. God in himself called himself a word. Now, what is a word? No, we see words. You see words on my shirt. You see words on the screen somewhere as you're watching this video. Did you not know that is only a form of a word? That don't mean that is what a word is. It's just a form of communication. Ooh, makes you think that he is a walking message. You want to see the word words and you automatically default to your level of understanding. But before there was any written words, words existed. Before a word spoken, until you see this form of wording, the word is a message. Or else why would he call himself the living word? And the word came down and wrapped himself in flesh to walk like you. Or is it that you are a walking word too? This statement isn't poetic. God's not trying to be poetic. It's architectural, meaning he is a walking architect. Because things are shaped with words and words create our worlds, he is the creator. So he is the word. So this is not poetic, this is structure. This is organized how something even works. So what do that mean? That he's the truth. Here's the truth. Truth is not spoken, it's embodied. He did not come and become the word. He came as who he was, and he got embodied. So he was the truth embodied, and the truth had a message. When truth loses embodiment, when truth loses the way it's supposed to be come across as, then we have confusion, then we have abstract, then we have something called manipulation. When you don't understand how truth comes and you think it can come in any way, that means you're open up to believe a lie. Just as truth can be embodied, guess what else can be embodied? A lie. At the end of the day, this is why discernment matters. Discernment matters because you have to understand what you consume. You got to discern. And where we at is we're in a place where no one is thinking about what they consume. They just agree with it. They just consume it. They don't understand that this is what shapes your mind. This is what shapes your world. This is what shapes your perception. And it is taken as, oh, this is just that. This doesn't mean anything. It means a whole lot. It comes with meaning. Or else, how does that movie bring you to tears unless it didn't mean nothing to you? How did that show make you laugh if it didn't mean nothing to you? How did that post make you follow someone just because you saw one interesting thing unless it meant something to you? How do you keep going back to something unless it means something to you? It comes with meaning. It means something, which draws an emotion. Luke chapter 8 verse 18 says, you need to take heed on what you hear. That word hear is not just listening. It's meaning consume. You better take heed on what you consume. Be ye not conformed. You know what conformed mean? To allow to be shaped. Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind in Christ Jesus. Meaning what? Things are around here is shaping you. You don't need to just let something happen. You need to now be in control about what's going to be. Now you intentionally transform. Pressure from the outside to make you look like something is conformity. Transform is when you believe something from the inside out, and eventually it's going to be seen on the outside, but it's the work inside. See, the way the devil works and the way life works is for you to take something inside first so you can now identify as anything that comes as a message that goes against who you think you are. Guess what you going to do? Deny it. But that means if you embody a lie, then you can't receive truth. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Thinketh is thoughts. When you consume, they put thoughts in you. Everything is a thought. Did you see the lights in my background? You see the plants in my background? But guess where they came from? A thought. Somebody thought of it and then made it. Somebody saw it and had the same ooh. But it was a thought. Nothing here is here without someone thinking about it. You are who you are because that's what you think. But where did that thought come from? Well, I raised myself. That's impossible. Let's just say this whole world was white. No, I mean nothing. No ground, no up, no down, no left, no right, no trees, no color, nothing. How are you going to learn anything? It takes things to learn. You can't learn nothing on your own. It takes consumption. You can't learn without consuming anything. Look how you dress. Does it not look familiar? Go outside and look at somebody else. You're gonna bump into someone that dressed just like you. Where did y'all get that message from? That this was nice to wear. Nike. It's on my hat. You see it? Just do it. You didn't buy the product. You brought the idea that this means get it done. Army. Not in the military, but I got two sons that are. Proud of them. Huh? Army. What it says, the army of one. Unity. Everything has a message. It's not you joining the military. You're joining a force not to be reckoned with. Most people don't buy Ford trucks just because it's Ford truck. There's many people that make trucks. But when you see a Ford truck commercial, what do it say? It says adventure. You always see it over rocks, overcoming, taking weight, this and third, whatever. And when you see a masculine man, what's most likely to think he's driving? Ford truck. So now tough. Why you think you see Ford truck? Tough. They're selling you the message that we're tough. If you want a truck, you don't want Nissan, you don't want Toyota, you don't want a Buick, you want Ford, because Ford is tough. So look at you. Have you ever noticed everybody is mimicking everybody? Where did the mimic come from? Huh? Pause. That was gay. Pause. Where did it come from? Now we all doing it? Man, how you eat a hot dog? Now eating a hot dog is gay. All it is someone that was immature, popular, said something, we laughed at it, started as a joke, now it's serious. Clock it. A lot of girls do this, clock it. Where'd that come from? This is not a judgment thing. This is about consuming, consummation, how you take in and what it means. Yes, yeah. Baby hairs and all the things we do, we are saying, someone saying, hey, look at me, this is cool. And you like, yay, I would do that too. What's in, what's out? It's the popularity contest nowadays. This is a cognitive warning. And I'm here to wave the flag. One thing for sure. Confusion is not a neutral thing that happened. No. Confusion came from somewhere. And I want you to guess what? It benefits somebody. You deal with narcissists, when you deal with being gaslitten, everybody thought milk was a body good. Now it's not good for you. But it's the same milk, the same studies, because someone was benefiting from the confusion. Anytime, whether it's a person in your life, or whether you're dealing with a product in a store, at the end of the day, when you have confusion, it's benefiting somebody. Somebody is getting benefits off of your confusion. So I'm here to give clarity. Clarity is the enemy's enemy. The author of confusion is the devil himself. Whether you believe he exists or not, the one message he got across is saying, he's letting everybody know I don't exist. He did a fine job doing it. Here is the central idea about messaging architecture. What you repeatedly consume trains your imagination, and your imagination trains what feels real to you. It's not about what's real. Now it's about what feels real. If it doesn't feel real, it's not real. That's why we have women that are masculine and men becoming feminine. Then we have safe space. People, the emotional abuse is real, but now there's a lot of people abusing emotional abuse. There's nothing wrong with being passive in certain stances, but at some point there's something dangerous when a man is too passive. And one of the biggest things I'm on is sexualized content. It is a reason why it's out there so much. It's a reason why it's on every platform. It's free. Just think about it. Every entertainment you gotta pay for. You gotta pay Disney Plus. You gotta pay Netflix for you, and then you gotta have an Amazon Prime account. And there's still some things you gotta pay to get to rent it or buy it. You must pay for it. This is some things that you don't want, or you might not know. Is it worth my time and dollar? But guess what's always free? Porn. Porn is free. You saying, yeah, but there's some platform that show TV shows, they're free too. Yeah, for now. Hulu used to be free when it first came out. Why? Because it must bring you in. And when you see what type of product we have, yes, don't you like us? And then they make $1 on it. That's why they do that. So any platform, Tubi, they making money off commercials and all that good stuff. There's a reason why something seems to be free, but at the end of the day, nothing is free. But why is porn always free? Free on Twitter now. And I'm just talking about porn like a website, sexualized content. They showing things on movies, TV shows. Why? Because your brain works a certain way. Influence hits you. And when you are aroused all the time, guess what you're going to say yes to? A lot of things. So here goes the message behind that one that I can explain later on another video. Which is what, Mr. Piece to the Puzzle? Which is this. A salesperson, they like to talk about a product over food. You know why? Hey, let's meet. Let's meet at this restaurant. Because once I get food that you love, and to get a little drink in you, you're more relaxed and you're in a better position. You feel good. And guess what you're going to say yes to in an atmosphere that feels good to you with my product? And I get you to like me? Guess what you're going to say? Yes. So if you're always feeling good and you don't even know it, you're so consumed with sexual content and content, period. You're so consumed by it. Guess what you're going to say yes when something's presented to you? How you got that situation? You say yes and didn't know that you was in your brain, dopamine, everything was set up for you to say yes. Media trains emotion. That's why the news, when they give you information, they don't give you the news no more. They don't inform you with information. They give you their opinion. Stop and pause and go to any news channel right now and watch it. You're going to hear a lot of opinionated. They don't even report news no more. They report their opinions because it's emotionally getting you to agree with them. You don't vote for the president that is for, you vote for the one that feels like it's for you. The one thing I learned in management, managers are good at letting their employees vent, because as long as they feel good about venting, it gets them to the point where they're not going to change the problem. But as long as you thought you was heard, you're going to feel like it's better. And what changed? Nothing. Yeah, so media shapes your emotion. Culture trains identity. What you're a part of. Sexuality, black, white, American, Italian, Iraqi. We're fighting over identity. When the main identitor Is that a word? I don't know. I just made a word. Identitor. He's the identitor. He is my father. He is God. He is Elohim. He is Jehovah. All that good. Now I gave him he's the influencer, and he is the identitor. He has the identity. He don't have one. He is the identity. I just call him the identitor. Culture shapes your identity. And when you identify as something of your culture, guess what you're going to get offense from? Anything that come against that culture. And you take it personal because now you identify. You embodied it. And the last one, poor teaching trains compliance. Poor teaching trains a person to be compliant. If I don't teach you how to think, then you're going to fall for anything that I teach. And anything that's coming to you that looks like, oh, Kevin Hart said it, so it must be true. They teach it in school, so it must be true. It comes from a person in a certain position, so it must be true. See the confusion? And if I can get you stop thinking, then you're going to comply with anything. You must comply. And now you just comply without even thinking about it. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? It doesn't matter how much content or what content, different content. You could be black, Indian, a different language. It don't even mean anything. It's different content, but it is the same system. Look at me real quick. If you're watching this video, what did I just communicate to you? Surprising. I ain't say a word, but yet everybody on this earth can relate to body language. It's amazing reason why this one cat became the biggest TikTok follower and over TikTok, because he used no words, because everybody can relate to behavior and movement. I don't have to even say anything. Different content, same system. That's why porn isn't an isolated problem. Sexual content is not an isolated problem. It's everybody's problem. You just didn't know you was dealing with it. It's perception shaped over time. So, what my channel is here for? Piece to the puzzle is about restoring clarity. Not by telling people what to think, but by helping them think of how it's being shaped inside of them. Examines what? What do I examine? 1, distorted messages so you can see it clearly. Emotional manipulation so you won't be tricked. Spiritual confusion so you can remain steadfast in a belief. Cultural narrative, because some things is irrelevant versus what is relevant. Examine assumptions. Could we assume everything, but yet we do not investigate it to see if it's true? So people can think clearly, discern accurately, and respond intentionally. You don't learn how messages work, they will work on you. Message architecture isn't optional anymore. It's a survival skill. Let me say that one more time. Message architecture is not even optional anymore. This is now a survival skill you will need. So this channel exists to help you get clarity piece by piece over time. Clarity doesn't disappear overnight. It erodes through repetition, and it can be rebuilt the same way. I'm the message architect. I'm here to break down messages to build up for clarity. This has been Piece to the Puzzle, and I hope this piece gave you peace. Peace.
Time.